They gon' love me for my ambition.
Shout out to everybody out in the world listening right now. This is Club Ambition Podcast, aka CAP. I am your host every single week. I go by Sound. We have the producers in the corner, the Chubb corner. You know what I'm saying? Marloon. And introduce yourself to the people. Marv.
Hey, I go by Marv, you know what I'm saying? I'm new here. I'm just his little wing, so, I'm his little bro today.
Yeah, they look similar, so I used to thought they were blood. Yeah, I thought they were real deal cousins, but in my mind they are. But let's keep it that way for now. Metaphorically, but nonetheless, we have a special guest this week. You probably can tell by the title of the actual episode. This is someone that, when it comes to Rhode Island and Rhode Island music, was bound to hop on this platform and for us to cross paths eventually because of everything that he's done and the headlines that his name has caused when it comes to, his career at such a young age. So nonetheless, without further ado, welcome to Club Ambition Podcast, Jae motherfucking Lynx in the building.
What's up, y'all? What's
good, bro. Listen, man. Long awaited, long anticipated. You definitely have had fans in the past even reach out. And, I've been someone that studied everything that APF and Dee Gomes has done throughout the years. And, everything he kind of touches, I try to observe it from a distance and pay respect to it. And you've been one of the people that I remember early on in his performances being on stage, with him so young. So let's start off, though, from the beginning, Rhode Island. What is the Jae Lynx Rhode Island story like? Especially me, because I really don't know you. I want to get to know you now. So this is also questions I would ask you off camera. But Rhode Island, where does your Rhode Island story start? Like, where were you born, raised, and what was your actual, middle school, high school story?
All right, so I was born in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, the east side, to be exact. I think elementary school, I went to Agnes. That's over in Pawtucket on the east side as well. Then I went to Curtis. Yep, Curtis Elementary, and middle school. I went to a few middle schools. I used to get kicked out a lot, so I went to Golf Middle School. I went to Jenks Middle School, and I went to Tolman High School, and then I had dropped out in my 10th grade year to finally decide to move to LA. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn. So you never finished high school?
Nah, but I'm definitely gonna get my GED though.
Okay, damn. Okay, I didn't know it was like that. That you literally dropped out. So how old were you in the 10th grade? Do you remember? That was like at.
I think I was like 15.
15 years old.
Probably 16, maybe.
Wow.
Nah, I think I was 16. Yeah, I was 16.
So was that around the time? Like, what was the first time ever meeting Dee Gomes and even trying to pursue music seriously at all? Like the first time he's like, oh, I'm gonna come with me on stage, etc. Like, what was that first time?
Well, I had met him at a school, which was Jenks Middle School, the one I used to go to, but I wasn't going there at the time. So I was going to Golf Middle School, and if you know the walk, it's like a 30, 40-minute walk, and he was supposed to come to my school, but the police officer at the school, they wouldn't let him. I guess there would be riot. They're saying start a riot or whatever. But
yeah.
So I ended up walking over there by myself to the other school, which is like 30, 40-minute walk.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I just met with him. All the kids was there. He took a video of me. I said some crazy shit. I'm not finna say it because it's kind of crazy, but I'll probably show you the video after. But if you know, you know. I said some crazy shit, and then he said he just kept watching the video every day after that. Like, yo, who is this kid? Like, why is he talking like this? Like, he's a star. Like, and then he ended up contacting me somehow, some way. And then the school I went to was down the street from his studio, so I would just walk to the studio every day after school. He was just like invite me every day after school.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how it started.
And then before that, what was your history? Like, what was the first time you ever even said yo, I want to rap? Like, I want to do music. Like, what age do you remember? Like, when you were a kid, like, what was that first time?
I was always in love with music. I used to dance when I was like 9, 10 with my cousin Muka. Shout out my cousin. We used to dance together. We used to break dance, all that type of crazy, corny shit, whatever. But yeah, I used to dance to like Chris Brown and stuff. So yeah, I always loved music, but I didn't know I wanted to make music until I was probably like 14, 13. I just wasn't really. I never really wanted to be a rapper. I say dancer. Yeah, I definitely wanted to dance or something, but I didn't think I would be like creating music.
Yeah.
Until I was like 14, 13. I would just freestyle with my friends, and it was like, yo, like you're actually good. Like you're better than us. Like you should take this shit serious. And I was just like, man, I'm not even, I don't know, like, but yeah, that was just.
And who was like your favorite rapper, like at that age, growing up 10 years ago, you starting to make music? What was like that favorite rapper that you remember, like you always had to and like go listen to no matter what?
Definitely Chris Brown. I was, like I said, I was dancing to all his songs. Like I remember being in my living room, just literally dancing. Like I remember the people downstairs. So I used to live in an apartment building. So the people downstairs, they would always come up and like yell at my mom. Cause like I'd be banging on the floor from dancing so much, so I'll be in the living room dancing, and they'll hear it from like above them. So they'll come, and they'll be heated, cause I've been dancing all day and night and shit. But yeah, probably Chris Brown back then. He was a big influence, like back then growing up.
That's fire. That's very fire. And then now, fast forwarding a bit more, when it comes to you, you know, now as people might know by the title of the interview, etc. But the biggest headline story that you made was, you know, being 17 years old, you know, 16 going on 17, and actually being able to sign a major contract that was posted everywhere, was, you know, public online. So for those that don't know, you know, especially out there in the world that are from Rhode Island, always kind of heard the story but don't know the actual situation. This is an amazing opportunity to get it from the bird's eye view. You are an artist from Rhode Island. So how does, you know, the small state in the country, a rapper from the small state of the country at 17 years old, get a $3+ million contract? Like, what was that experience? And like, talk to us about that moment, you know, because now we're about 2 years removed from that, you know, but it's still obviously happened. And now you're still in the, you know, artist relations, like management, still trying to perfect your craft because you're so young. You literally have your whole life ahead of you. It's amazing that you had such a huge opportunity so young. But talk about that moment, like that it actually, you know, putting pen to paper, like actually it happening.
That shit was just crazy. Honestly, it was just. Cause I think I'm like the first person to do that from Pawtucket, like from my city at my age, like the first person ever in history to do that. So
Definitely,
that shit was just crazy. Because I'm like, damn, like no matter what, like I'm kind of set in stone, like I'm set in history, like you know. But like that shit was crazy. It was like I don't know. It was more like speechless type. Like I don't know. I can't really give you a real answer. But that shit was just a crazy feeling.
and then even those moments, like leading up to it, like preparing yourself like for that, like what was it as an artist yourself? Like what were the conversations maybe with Dee, etc.? Like, did you know it was gonna happen? Like, what was it that led up to that, in your opinion? Like, what was there sort of like maybe connections? Maybe they saw something that, you know, conveyed them. What was that actual thing leading up to such a major contract?
Honestly, shit, just the energy we had. Like, we always had great energy. Like, I feel like we always knew some shit would happen. Like, honestly, like, everything we did it together as a group, you know, as APF, we did it together. And I feel like people just never seen that before coming from, like, a small city like us, like Rhode Island. So it's like, when they would see us walk in the door, the energy we brought in the room, it was just different. And I feel like, shit, we all been knowing that. We've been knowing we was going to do stuff, like crazy stuff. Obviously, you know, you have to low-key be delusional to even achieve certain stuff in life, because if we didn't think that of ourselves, then who else would, you know? So we definitely knew it was possible, and everything's possible. So, hell yeah, we definitely knew that we was going to make some shit shake.
Yeah, you manifested it, you know, and a lot of times, a lot of people invest in people based off of the potential, especially someone so young like yourself. So a lot of people who might not be naive to the business, especially the music industry, they might think like, what the fuck? Like, how does that happen? It kind of feels to them like out of nowhere, but it's all strategic, you know, business, you know. And for those who don't know, actually breaking it down, so correct me if I'm wrong. So is it a situation where Lil Mosey's involved, or was Lil Mosey after that?
With APF?
Yeah.
Mosey was after that.
So. Mosey was after that, that whole deal and everything that happened, right? Okay. Because I don't want to get ahead of myself. So then now going back to you being so young, right? Teenager, making rounds, you know, going viral, having clips online, music videos, being around, you know, things that a lot of people at first, especially when you were, you know, a minor, people were like, I would see the comments all the time. People would be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how's this kid? Like, why is this kid around this? Like, how old is he? Like, what's going on? You know, especially because you... Even now, you look younger than what you are. Like you have like such a baby face, like elegance, to yourself and everything about the way you carry yourself. So what was your response and what is your response, especially now years removed, to certain comments and opinions that you would get like on your posts, when you were even before being signed, like when you were 15, 16, where people would be like, yo, he's too young. Like, what's going on here? Like, where's his mom? People would be like, where's his parents at? Like, what was your response maybe then and now, like looking at that?
I mean, back then I feel like I was just living life, like doing what a regular 13, 14-year-old would do with the, so for instance, like when I was 16,
Yeah.
No Manners came out, which is like one of my first videos to really
Yep.
bubble me up. They see me, they thought I was like 13, 12. I'm really 16 in this video, but it's like I just look way younger than I am, but I was just doing what a 16-year-old would do with this, with the things that have been handed to him. Like I got a social media account, like followers, some money. It's like, yo, any 16-year-old's it's like bringing a baby to a candy shop. It's like any 16-year-old's gonna have fun, and I was just having fun. Like I was literally just having fun. I looked young, so people was just like, yo, that's crazy. Like that's a 12-year-old doing some crazy shit, but I'm really 16. But
No bullshit.
Yeah, that shit was funny though. I still read them comments to this day. Like that shit's funny as hell.
Yeah, man, don't get me wrong. Especially when I seen that video, the No Manners video, all these girls shaking ass, and I'm like, this kid with all these girls. I'm like, oh man. But at the same time, it's like, yo, it's a set. It's a music video set. So it's all for the entertainment aspect. It's not like this man is out here like living life like Hugh Hefner, like indulging in satanic rituals every day at such a young age. But obviously for the naive, people on the outside looking in, it looks like what the fuck is going on right here, right? Yeah. But that shock value, I think, is definitely something that led to, everything that happened after that. Like after No Manners and everything, actually being signed. And for those who don't know, what's the actual label that the situation happened with the signing?
Interscope.
Interscope. Yeah. Interscope. Yeah, because I want to, especially for the people out there who might be curious, etc. I want to get that out the way. Yeah, so Interscope. So now moving forward, going back literally to that same situation of your age. A lot of questions that people ask, happens all the time with young acts, young celebrities. The parents, what was your parents' involvement when it comes to both your mother and your father? What was their involvement in your career at a young age and maybe now as well?
So growing up, I had just my mother. I had my step-pop's been in my life too, but so I don't really know my dad too well. Like he stopped coming around when I was like 8, so really just my mom, my step-pops, like they really played a big part. Like my mom, like actually, trusted me at a young age, 16. I'm talking about like I grew up with my mother. Like I'm a mother's boy. So like for her, like she trusted like the label and Dee like to move me to LA for a better life. And she's like she put all her trust in me. So like they're my biggest fans. Like my stepdad, he be watching everything. He probably watching this right now.
Oh, shout out to him. What's his name?
Yeah, Gotti. Shout out Gotti.
Shout out to Gotti.
But yeah, he be watching everything. So he probably watching this now. So yeah, they're my biggest supporters, honestly. Like literally, whatever I want to do with my mom, my pops, they gonna make sure I'm good.
That's dope. And what is their backgrounds, if you don't mind sharing, like their nationality, and also are they from Rhode Island? They're both from Rhode Island.
Yeah. So my stepdad, he's Dominican. And my real pops, he's Dominican and black, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. And my mom, she's white, Italian, and German.
Okay, so you got to mix everything.
Yeah.
That's perfect. You got the Drake DNA. And Dominican, like myself. Shout out to Dominicano también. Do you know Spanish?
I don't, honestly.
Damn, nah. You gotta know. You gotta learn some Spanish.
I gotta learn, honestly. But that's what's growing up without my pops. Like if I grew up with my pops, I probably would, more be over here like, hello, like actually popping my shit more. But I know a little bit, but I can't understand it at all. But I know a little how to say a little. But I'ma definitely.
No, yeah, you got a long road ahead of you, and you could definitely tap into that lane in the future, and it would come from actual genuine perspective because you are Dominican.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like, oh, he's clout chasing. No, he's actually Dominican, so he's trying to do some Spanish music.
I do be hard. Some Spanish music though, for sure. I got some Spanish music.
Oh, that'll be hard. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
So when it comes now, fast forwarding, a lot of people see you now around a gentleman that is a young artist that's had major platinum songs. He goes by Lil Mosey, one of the biggest artists when it comes to TikTok era, especially SoundCloud era coming up. Even nowadays, like he right now is gearing up to make new music release again. He has a major comeback coming. which a lot of people are excited for. Lil Mosey. How did Lil Mosey meet Jae Lynx, and how was that relationship formed?
So it was really just, it was the weirdest thing, honestly. So I was sleeping, and I got a call from my managers. So they had woke me up. So I answered the phone. They're like, "Yo, congrats." The first thing they said was like, "Yo, congrats, Lil Mosey wants to sign you." And I'm just like, mind you, I'm half asleep, so I'm like, what you mean? Like, just get off my phone, like, y'all playing type shit. Mind you, like, Mosey's like one of the like big fish out here. So at the time, he's like top of running the game right now.
That was his prime. That was during like prime.
He was on a heavy run. Like he was really popping his collar. But yeah, so at that time it was like, fuck, he don't know me, like, for real. You feel me? So so I guess my managers, they had reached out to his team to get a feature for me.
Nice.
From him. So he heard my music. He was like, damn, I don't even want to do a feature. Like, I want to sign this kid. Like, this kid's a star type shit. So yeah, that shit just happened randomly. And then after that, I went to the hood, and I told all my mans in them. I got on FaceTime with them, and it was just like, yo, that's Lil Mosey. We was all like, yo, what the hell? And then that's why I was like, oh damn, this shit's surreal.
That's amazing. And so now, does he have like a label name and everything for his team? Or?
Oh yeah, Certified Hitmakers.
Certified Hitmakers. Yeah. So how many artists on there right now? Are you the main artist?
It's me and One Way Ralph. I'm pretty sure that's all we got right now. But nice. Yeah, shout out One Way Ralph.
Okay, Certified Hitmakers. And then now, what is the plan right now? Do you have anything gearing up? I see like right now you were on tour. Was it last year with him?
I don't think it wasn't a tour, but we was doing like a bunch of shows, just like
like an international type shit. No, like I think you guys.
We did some shit in Italy and a bunch of stuff. Like we was going to like Texas and we were just going to hella places doing like little club
nice
club performances and stuff.
So how was that experience? Like him kind of like taking you, I guess, under his wing, and like did he have a conversation with you about that? Was it like, yo, come with me, I'm gonna do these things, let's go around, show face, like introduce you to people, because I saw that you've met a lot of, celebrities, and more likely, especially the most recent ones, had to be through the connections with him. Yeah. So was that like the plan from the get-go? Like he told you like, Jae, yo, we're gonna run around the world together, like let's just ride with me, like that was that plan?
Shit, honestly, it was more just like a brother type shit. Like that's really just my dog. Like, and he really just, like, we really just fuck with each other so heavy, and like, you feel me? So like he'd bring me around, bring me on the scene and shit. So like even when we first met, like, you feel me, like off rip, I could just tell he was a genuine ass person. So like when you're a genuine person, you meet genuine people. So it's like it was only meant to be. So yeah, that's my dog. Like we just brothers. Like we literally just like you see him, you see me, you see me, you see him type shit. Like,
no, I love that, especially all the social media posts I be seeing like with him and everything. I'm like, yo, this is pretty dope. Like him being by your side and like supporting you, and sometimes damn near you guys look related. I ain't gonna hold you with the with the light skin and the curly hair. I'd be like, yo, this motherfucker might be his cousin. Like this is crazy. But then it shows like just the love that you guys have with each other, where it comes off like family. You know what I'm saying? So now, moving forward, let's talk about more personal things with you, because I definitely want your fans to get some of the insight when it comes to Jae. So, in your opinion, do you have like a top 5 rappers that you've listened to throughout your life, like your favorite rappers? It doesn't have to be top 5 like best. It could be your top 5 personal favorite rappers of all time.
I would say, all right, of all time, that's gotta be tough. I don't think I have a top 5, but I got a few, cause
and it don't even gotta be in no order either, cause mine should be changing all the time.
I'm not gonna have an order. I'm gonna say Michael Jackson for sure. Like he's a GOAT for sure. Big inspiration. Chris Brown, big inspiration. Mind you, I'm just going based off who I like grew up listening to.
Yeah.
So Michael Jackson, Chris Brown. I say G Herbo. Been listening to G Herbo since he was Lil Herb. Like, feel me? Big inspiration too. Right now, I just got into, like a year ago, I just started fucking with Tyler, the Creator. He's nice. Hard as fuck. If you see this, bro, we gotta do something, bro. But yeah, so, and shit. Me, shit. I don't know.
I was about to say, fuck it, throw yourself in there. No, that's hard though, and I like that. I feel like the younger generation, there seems to be an appreciation for Michael Jackson specifically more than ever. Like Michael Jackson's huge on TikTok right now. There's a bunch of videos popping up all the time of kids like damn near toddlers, teenagers, listening to Michael Jackson still. Like it's timeless, and you know, you having that as an influence shows like where you're trying to aim towards. Like you're not trying to do no small dog shit. You're trying to do big dog. Like you're trying to go big universal status with it. So now, what would be your favorite album of all time? Do you have a favorite album that you remember growing up to listening to like always?
What's that first Chris Brown album? I can't remember it off
Wasn't
the
it like
top.
Fame or something like that? Famous?
No. Hold on, let me see. I can't remember it off the top.
I have the CD. That's one of the first CDs I've ever had in my life. With this is Chris Brown's first album.
And for my top 5, I gotta throw Mac Miller in there. I got
Mac Miller.
R.I.P. Mac Miller.
R.I.P.
Like
Mac
a
Miller.
lot of people don't know, like Mac Miller's a huge inspiration to me too. Like I remember when I was like 8 and I had I was staying in this apartment complex with my mom, and this was like 2 weeks before we ended up getting kicked out. I had this TV that had like the VHSs, and so I had a Mac Miller like VHS tape of like one of his songs, one of his videos, and I used to play that shit every single. I can't remember the song because I was so young, but I've been looking for that shit for like ever since I can remember. But yeah, that shit was. I literally would play that one song literally every single day for 2 weeks until we got kicked out of the house, and I lost it.
Damn. Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Yeah, rest
I
in peace,
used to love
Miller.
listening to Mac Miller, especially all his mixtapes he would drop, Macadelic, everything he would do, to be honest. But yeah, your favorite album all time.
See.
Mine, it changes. Like I have fucking
I'm gonna just say the Chris Brown.
the Chris Brown one.
The Chris Brown album.
Chris Brown self-titled Chris Brown album.
Self-titled album.
Yeah, that's the one I had the CD. I think I still have the CD somewhere. That was a classic.
Because I grew up listening to all those shits. Like those are the ones I was like really dancing to back then.
So now going to your performance history, what's been like the biggest show you've performed at, and talk about that experience. You know, being able to, perform. Luckily, so early in your career at actual big live like arenas and stages in front of so many people. Like, what was the biggest one that you remember, and what was that experience?
The biggest one I think it was Rich the Kid. I think it was 4,000 people.
Wow.
Which was at URI. Shout out URI.
Okay,
The
Ryan
shows,
Center?
Yeah, the Ryan Center. The shows over there would be crazy, honestly. But
Yeah.
I've done multiple of those thousands people shows, but I think that was the biggest one. And that shit's just crazy. Like honestly, like the feeling the feeling I get from being on stage is just it's one of the reasons. It's like one of the things that reminds me like, yo, like this is what I'm here for. Like to make sure people have a good time and to make sure, like I'm the peacemaker. Like make sure everybody vibes and everyone has a good time, type shit. Like just seeing everybody having a great time. And everyone at peace. It's like, because like when you see everyone getting along, it's like, yo, you don't see this often. Like it's usually when there's a lot of people at one place, it's usually chaos. But when everybody could stop one thing, like stop everything just to watch an artist for an hour or something, that shit's crazy. So like doing that shit's crazy, honestly.
No, I love that. I agree, man. Especially I've seen crazy stuff at festivals and stuff where people, they go to like let loose and just be happy, be themselves, not be judged, dance however they want to dance. You know what I'm saying? Just go hard as fuck. And it's a actual like gathering of just people there for the same purpose, just trying to enjoy themselves and, sing along to the music, get to know artists, get entertained. So from your perspective, being an artist, being around so many big ones like that and being on those stages, you get to see that firsthand, because I feel like that's the thing that a lot of people might forget, because there's so many artists nowadays that might be mysterious, and like the big ones that kind of disappear, like they only drop music, you really don't see them perform really live anymore as often. But like the new ones, like when they actually start performing, you really see like the connections that they get with their fans and like meeting new people. Like that's what it's really all about, because you could be like, someone could DM you like, yo, I fuck with your shit, but then you see someone in person like going hard, it's like, oh, that's actual proof that this motherfucker, he fucks with my shit. Like, for real, this is dope. Like, he really supported me. So that's something that I feel like every artist has to experience, like live performance. And,
it's crazy that you just said that too. Like like how it's like proof, like in person, like because someone could say they mess with you, but like in person it'd be different. But like, so I just had a show like for Paul Cuffey, the middle school,
Oh, nice. I saw
and
that.
like doing the shows, like we was just talking about like my biggest show, 4,000 people, 3,000 people, whatever. Doing those shows, they're cool. Like it's fire to do those. But like honestly, I like when I just went and did that, like middle school show, like that shit gave me a better feeling doing that little like middle school show than doing that 4,000 people show, because like the 4,000 people, I opened up for them, so they didn't come for me.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
came for like Trippie Redd, Rich the Kid, A Boogie, all the people I opened up for. They came for them.
Yeah.
They just embraced me because I'm here to entertain them.
Yeah,
until
you were supporting act.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. But when like I did the middle school, that like showed me like, damn, like they came for me.
Yeah.
Like they didn't come for no one else. Like I'm the main event. They came for me. So, and we rocked out. So it was like, yo, that little show meant more to me than the biggest shows I've ever done. Like literally, that shit's crazy. Like it's a way better feeling because it's like, one, it's in my hometown, and two, they embracing me. They're not like, just like, all right, we're gonna let you, do your thing until the real deal comes out. They're like, yo, he's the main event. So
No
that's
bullshit.
just hard.
No, that's hard. That's hard. That's very dope. And then, are you gonna be doing that more, like going to schools and stuff? 'Cause I love seeing young acts visit schools, because it'd be kids, if not their age, damn near close, and they see themselves in you, and you get to like connect with them. So are you planning on doing that in Rhode Island, or trying to go back to schools, perform at more schools?
Yeah, hell yeah. I just went to Achievement middle school too.
Oh, yep.
So I just did 2 middle schools while I'm out here. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to do some more for sure.
That's fire. That's very fire. And now going back to Jae Lynx moving to LA, what made you make that big push and compare it now to Rhode Island, moving to LA? You're a Rhode Island artist, but you went and took the big step to go to LA, and obviously now it's turned out to help your career. But what was that decision in your mind, and making that decision, and how do you feel about it now, looking back?
Shit, I feel like that decision, we really ain't think about it for real. We just said fuck it, and we just gunned it, because it's like the more you sit and think, it's just like, the more complicated it should have made. So we really I moved out there with Dee. It was just me and him at first. So we really just winged it, and we just said, yo, we're gonna go. If we fail, we come right back, we try again. But we went and we really conquered that shit. Like, I still live out there now, so we've been out there for about two, almost 3 years.
Nice,
so,
yeah.
And that shit was a crazy feeling. Like, it's totally different compared to, a city like Rhode Island, like a state like Rhode Island. Like, Rhode Island is like so small. So going to a bigger place, which is 10 times bigger, is crazy. It's like, yo, everything's so far. Everything in LA is really like 30 minutes away. Like, if I ask you right now, yo, in Rhode Island, if I ask you, yo, take me 30 minutes away, you're going to look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
In
Going to
LA,
Boston.
yeah, exactly. In LA, you ask someone to take you 30 minutes, they're like, I bet. That's like taking someone down the street out here. It's like everything's so
true.
far. So it was totally different food, so many different people. So it was crazy to get adapted to, but, I'm going to always adapt anywhere I go. Me and my team are going to always adapt. So, yeah, that shit was crazy, but we did it. We still here.
And then what's your take? What's your opinion now, seeing artists? It's always kind of existed, like young acts blowing up, young acts getting recognition. You can go back to the days of, obviously, a Bow Wow, et cetera, right? But then nowadays it still is occurring. Most recent one that comes to mind right away probably be Luh Tyler. Like, Luh Tyler's, like, blowing up. He blew up kind of when he was, like, 15, 16. Now he's, like, 17. And he keeps rising. And you, obviously, similar situation. You were a teenager when you had your big contract and your big break into the music industry. What is your take on these other young acts right now? And are you a fan of any of them? Do you know any of them? And also, just what's your opinion on them, blossoming right now in the industry?
Shit, they all going crazy. I've been seeing some upcoming artists on TikTok. TikTok be showing me a lot of upcoming artists. They all be going crazy on the BandLab. I'm not gonna lie, I got on that shit myself. Like,
Okay.
I literally, like, some days I wouldn't have the studio, so I'll be in my bedroom. Like, before I came out here, I was in LA. I didn't have, like, my engineer wasn't trying to pull up on me, so I just sat in my room, put in my headphones, and made 11 songs in like 5 hours on BandLab. So I was like, once I did that, I was realizing, like, yo, this is how they're doing it. Like, this is crazy compared to back then, where you had to like gather $30 to get an hour in the studio or something. Like now they're just going on their phone. Like you could be in a bathroom at school, or you could literally be in your bedroom and make a hit. Like so, shout out and respect to all y'all like doing it. You feel me? Because like a lot of people have excuses, and if you could see a 13-year-old kid on his phone making it like that, like off his phone on, you feel me, headphones, it's like you can't have no excuse. It's like people, you gonna find a way if you really want it. So I really fuck with all the kids that I see who been doing that shit, because that shit's crazy.
Yeah, no bullshit. I think I saw that clip of Luh Tyler talking about BandLab and like the process, etc. I think like Chris Brown reposted it damn near twice.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's fire. Like this is a manifestation, like you said, because people really don't have no excuse. People have access to like all the tools in the world. You know, that'll be a lot of people's excuse. Like they think like they want to be an artist, and they'll be like, damn, like I just don't got the money for it. I can't do this. I gotta buy this. Damn, I gotta research this. But it's like, nah, bro. In reality, you could start somehow. You know, literally with your phone. You know, download BandLab and get to it. Look up tutorials and get to it. Like there's ways to manifest it and do it. You know, and you can do everything on your phone, especially now with AI. Like you could do fucking cover arts,
literally
everything on your phone. Like you can have a whole damn label in your pocket.
We just made my cover art with an EP. I mean, for my EP, we just made my cover art with an AI.
That's hard.
For my EP, we just did that. Shout out Rafso.
Yeah, that's hard. No, because people gotta start. You know, at the end of the day, it's not going nowhere. We talk about all the time. AI is not going nowhere. Like that shit, you either gotta get with it or get lost. Like, because it's gonna, you know, it's already taking jobs and everything. So people, I feel like you gotta adapt to it. You know, so I feel like a lot of artists, especially young ones like yourself, coming up, you can utilize it and try it out, and it's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope how you did the cover art thing. I didn't even know that. That's fire.
Nah, yeah.
And then now, fast forward a bit more, most recent, when it comes to you being in the industry, making your rounds, being connected to so many big artists, what has been like the biggest artist that you have connected with, and they actually, you know, fuck with you, and you yourself be like, fuck, this is crazy. Like, look at me now, like talking to this person. Like, what was that biggest artist you would say so far?
I have to say Trippie Redd out of all of them, because
Nice.
coming up, Trippie Redd, he was my favorite artist. Like when I was in my when I was like 13 to like 15, he was my favorite artist, which he's like still one of my favorite artists to this day. Shout out Trippie Redd. But probably meeting him, because that shit was so surreal, because it was like, yo, like I was literally watching you every single day, like glowing up. Like I was listening to him before he even really before a lot of people knew who he was for real. So like sitting down with him in the studio and playing him some of my music, and him telling me like, yo, this shit is crazy, like this is hard, like that shit's like, yo, like that shit's motivational, that shit's just crazy. It's like, yo, I can't believe that shit. Like,
no bullshit. Shout out to Trippie. I was on the phone with him yesterday, and like he's one of those genuine artists that show love to like young, just hustlers, entrepreneurs, people that show him love, he'll reciprocate it. And like he's not, you know, not afraid to like give love back. Like, you know, like he'll be saying all the time, like he said he's been checking out like podcasts and shit we've been doing. He's like, oh, I'm proud of y'all. And it's like motivating to people like us. Like we're fans of him. It's like, oh, he's a fan of us.
Yeah, that's just
crazy. So that's dope to connect with him, you know. And then I also saw the post with Coi Leray. And there was like a music, like a song that was snippeted, etc. What was that connection meeting her? Because I remember like she posted your shit a couple years ago. Like she was a fan of you posting your shit. And shout out to Coi. She's another one that, you know, shows love to like up and coming young artists. Like she's always posting them and listening to like new shit coming out. So what was that going from, you know, oh damn, Coiler Ray's listening to my music, to now, oh damn, Coiler Ray's doing a song with me. Like what was that experience?
Shit, facts. Shout out Coiler Ray. But so shit, that shit was crazy. When I seen she had posted my song, I was sleeping and I woke up and I checked my phone. Everyone was texting me like, "Yo, Coiler Ray just posted a story to your song." I'm like, "You're a cat. Like, there's no way." Like, this is when like I think Trippie and her were dating, so like she was very known. Like this is when she was starting to bubble. So I was like, "Yo, there's no way. Like, there's no way." Like, so I looked. And there it was, her listening to Anemic. So I was just like, wow. So I called all the guys. We souped on the phone like, yo, like, this is crazy. Like, you feel me? And then I ended up posting it. She ended up commenting under it. Like, and then my management had got on the phone with her. I'm heated. I wish I was on that. You feel me? But they had got on the phone with her. And then like set something up to do the song. We ended up linking up in LA in person. She had did the verse and shit, and she's honestly dope. Like she's very genuine. And she's from like Boston, so
Yeah, New England connection.
Yeah, she's from down
New
the
England
street, so it's
yeah.
like, yo, it made sense. You
No
feel
bullshit.
me?
That was hard. And then do you have like a plan for that song? Is it gonna be maybe something on your project or something
Yeah,
secret?
we trying to get it out. It's just some complications, but I'm trying my all to get it to y'all, cause they've been like the fans, they've been going crazy for it.
Yeah, that snippet was hard. That snippet was hard, and Coi is one of those that stays relevant no matter what. She always got something coming out, some song trending. So her name, connected to yours is definitely gonna help your career. So I can't wait for that to come out. So then now, looking back at everything, what would be your advice? You are a Rhode Island artist that a lot of people, will look up to, especially going forward because you're so young, and in the future, you are. This is going to be one of those interviews and one of these conversations I feel like is going to live online, and people are definitely going to look back like 10 years from now and be like, oh, shit, look at him when he was so young, and like, yo, this is crazy. Like, he was, grinding, and look at this, all this.
Yeah.
And you're still successful now, but like, watch how successful more you're going to be in 10 years. I already know what's going to happen, right? So then now for those people in Rhode Island rappers looking up that, they might not have damn near $1. Like, they can't buy fucking, you know what I'm saying? They're struggling. And they really want to make it. They want to, they're a Rhode Island rapper struggling, and they want to be maybe a Jae Lynx that gets signed. They want to actually get recognition from actual people that matter to them, artists, labels, etc. Yeah. What's your opinion, and what's your actual advice to them? That, what should they do? What's Jae Lynx's actual advice to them, if they're looking right now?
So if you're watching this and you're an aspiring artist or just anything, trying to do anything and excel in it and, create, let's say, generational wealth off of it or whatever you're trying to do for peace, whatever, you just have to be true to you. And honestly, I really can't explain that because it's you. Like, I was just talking to my boy the other day, and we was, like, saying, like we was talking about like something like with be true to yourself, and it was like, what does that mean though? Like, so when we was having a convo, he was like, I was just like, bro, just be you. And he was like, what does that mean though? Like, what does it mean when people say just be you? And, like, just be yourself. And I'm just like, bro, like, I can't explain to you because it's yourself. Like,
yeah.
You'll know when you're not being yourself. You know when something makes you feel uncomfortable. Like, when something's like, attacking your soul or something doesn't feel right for you. So I can't explain what being yourself is, but you can feel it. Like, you can sense it. So, cause it's like, I just can't explain it cause it's yourself. Basically what I was telling him, but like, be yourself. Just stay consistent with what you're doing, and make sure you put your all in it, and don't listen to nobody, because honestly, if you listen to people will talk your head off, and everything is terrible when you listen to other people, especially when you're doing what you're trying to do, so you're doing what you love. You're doing what you love. I'm very awkward. Sorry, y'all.
No, you're good.
You yeah, just stay consistent, and, like, just do whatever you love to do. Like, just don't care what people say, You'll go very far, like, literally.
I agree.
You'll go very far. You'll stand out.
That's the best and also the hardest advice to give people, because it's like, it's true. It's true. It's the truest shit. But people always, they want like steps. Like, yo, but that's not, what does that mean? I'm already myself.
Yeah,
what
they
the
want
fuck?
They want the cheat code.
But it's like, nah, bro, maybe you, it's like, bro, you guys just tap into like yourself.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. Some people definitely gonna see that and be like, well, I'm already being myself, and it's like, bro,
that's the best.
You're taking
the best
it it's going too far over your top, my boy. It's just like what I was talking about, like what my friend was saying, like, oh, like, what does that mean when people say be yourself? And I'm like, I can't tell you what being yourself is because it's you.
Yeah, I'm not you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not you. But you'll know in your heart and in your soul when you're doing something and it doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
and that's what not being yourself is, basically.
100%.
You'll know when something's good for you, and you'll know when something's not good for you.
No, 100%, man. I agree. It's true. It's the truest form of advice possible.
And
but
it's weird, but it sounds weird, but it's really
especially
true
someone like yourself, where you've done so much early on. Like, I definitely feel like people were like, yo, he must have some gems. Like, what's the? And it's like, oh, he made it there by being himself. So you gotta try to be yourself as well. And that's in any facet, any form. you know, you can adjust that and add it to anything. You can apply it to anything. Like it could be like anything that you just love. Like if you loved that, if you're doing that really well, you know, that's you being yourself. Just keep going hard with that. You know what I'm saying?
Like it literally can apply to anything. Like,
yeah. No, yeah. And then for those out there who, you know, want to know what's going on right now, what's the plans like right now to end the podcast, to end the episode? What's the plans for Jae Lynx? Do you have anything planned? Anything you can say? Anything you can announce right now? Like, what's gonna be like the next couple months looking like for you?
So I got by the time this podcast out, I think I already have a song and a video out right now. Go run that up. You feel me?
What's it called?
Dance the Night Away.
Dance the Night Away out right now.
I think that'll be out. You know, that should be out now. I'm finna drop a tape, I think, this month. You know, my birthday's coming up soon, so I'm definitely trying to get that out before my birthday. Nice. And then after that, I think I'm gonna have another tape. And I'm gonna just be consistent, and who knows, maybe I'll give y'all an album or something, but this is finna be my most consistent probably year yet, even though we're halfway into it, but you know, I'm telling y'all, I've been putting so much stuff together for, you know, the fans and the supporters, so we got a lot coming. Honestly, we got a lot planned.
Listen, I'm excited to see it all. And do you have, you know, more questions keep coming to mind, but do you have like a dream collab? Like what's your number one dream collab like that you would want to make happen? Would it be the Chris Brown? Obviously not Michael Jackson, rest in peace, he passed away, but going back to like the people that inspired you, would it be maybe a Chris Brown?
I would definitely Chris Brown would be a dream collab. Like I said, I've been fucking with Tyler the Creator heavy, so I want to do some shit with him. Definitely want to do some shit with Tyler the Creator, so probably them two, honestly.
Yeah. And where do you see yourself like 10 years from now? Fast forwarding 10 years from now, you know, 19-year-old right now, turning 20, what would you say, you know, what would be 29-year-old Jae Lynx looks like in your mind?
Shit. Probably somewhere on a yacht with a cigar in my hand, thinking about the times where I was struggling and, you know, damn, we came a long way. Now I'm looking at the sunset. I'm in probably somewhere very hot or somewhere very cold. I don't know. I'm just maybe have a family by then, be laying in bed with my wife and my kid like, damn, like, y'all don't even know what I used to go through. Like, damn, like, I did all this for y'all, but, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And there we have it, man. Everybody make sure to subscribe. Check out Jae Lynx everywhere on all audio platforms. He's on your phone right now. Just search him up.
Exactly.
You know, support Rhode Island artists. And there we have it. Much love, everybody out there. This is Cap. Be safe. Thanks for watching our podcast. If you want to watch the full podcast, click right here. If you want to check out one of our reactions, the latest ones, click right here as well. Appreciate you. Subscribe, smash that like button, leave a comment, and show us how much you hate us.